Hello and welcome to It's All Principal. I'm Emmy McDonald. On today's show, it is my pleasure to welcome Nashua High School South's head principal, Mr. Keith Richard. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me, Emily. I'm really excited to answer your questions and see how this goes today.
All right, well, let's get started. So, how long have you been in education for, and what made you want to become a high school principal?
Yep, I'm going into my 19th year as an educator. I started out as a social studies teacher, then assistant principal, and then principal at Nashua High School South. And what really got me started is I come from a family of educators, to be honest. My dad, my mother, many of my aunts and uncles. And I just saw the impact that they had on students' lives, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I always enjoyed working with students, so I thought, why not get into that field?
Nice, nice. So with that being said, what are some of your favorite things about being a high school principal?
I think being a high school principal, the best things are working with the kids, doing stuff like this to see you guys apply the knowledge that you gain in our courses. And I love celebrating the successes that our students have and also helping them fight through some of the barriers that might be in their way to get them to where they want to be. I love a challenge, and I think working with our kids, we can always get through it.
Well, with our next question, what are some of the challenges that you do face on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I think we do really well as a school, and I'm really lucky to have the faculty and staff we have here, and I think our students are amazing. I think some of the challenges we always have here are just resources. I think we always want more. You know, we can never have enough technology, resources, funding. Yes, I think it's always what can we do to help students, and I hate when it's a dollar amount that might affect that, but I think we really do a great job with what we have to support our students, but we could always use more.
Yeah. So if you could, what are some things that you would like to change about the school?
Yeah, I think technology, I'd love to be able to get kids one-on-one with a Chromebook, things like that. I think it's the way the schools are going. It's the way the future is going. Everybody communicates through email or using, I love to see when kids are using Google Docs to submit their papers and things like that. You don't see too many kids writing out 5-page papers anymore. Everything is online.
Mr. Maz.
Mr. Maz is a little old school. Tradition, got the curse of going in there, I'm sure, as well. So, but when you guys leave here, I want to make sure everybody's prepared and going to be successful for after high school.
Good, good. All right, so very cool. We are going to have a quick break, but when we come back, we will hit the hallways for some student questions. Then later on, we will see how the students of Nashua High School South know their principal.
In a world where the high school tests are too hard, these 4 teenagers are gonna beat the system and steal the results before they even have the test. Alright guys, here's the plan. The hacker. There's a computer. I can hack it. I'm in. The muscle.
My muscles are big.
The pawn.
That's a ukulele, bud.
The mastermind. This summer, these 4 teens are gonna learn just how hard it is to pull off a heist of their own. In El Plano.
Hey, Rob here. Let me tell you a little bit about my life. Every day I wake up, get ready for the day, grab my cup of joe, drive to work, and park in my favorite parking spot, number 10. I really wouldn't be able to function without my routine. I really don't know what I'd do if my routine changed, but one day... Oh, it's on.
welcome back. Mr. Richard, we have an exciting new segment called Ask the Principal. Our video crew hit the hallways of Nashua High School South and found some students that have some questions for you.
Excellent.
I would ask Mr. Richard what plans he has for the future for the school.
Well, for our school, I mean, we continue to strive to make it the best place possible for our students, to make sure they are prepared when they leave us. It's 4 short years. They go very quickly. Speaking with some seniors, they can't believe it's already October. The school year flies by. So for the future, we always are taking feedback, what we can do to make it a better experience for our students and make sure that they are prepared for life beyond Nashua High School South.
All right, next question.
If I was going to ask Mr. Richards any one thing, I would probably ask if there were any renovations for the track coming up soon.
Great question. I think that would be something I'd touch base with Ms. Gingras as our athletic director. She oversees all of our athletic equipment and athletic fields. So if there's some issues out there, come let me know, and I will certainly advocate for our track athletes and talk to Ms. Gingras about that.
Sounds good.
So if I could ask the principal any question, it would be if we're going to take any measures to improve the math scores this year, because I don't think we're doing very well in that area.
So I think I heard math scores, so I'm assuming standardized testing.
Yes.
And I think we've actually done pretty well in our scores as the state test changed to the SAT. I think we saw a change in how our students prepare for that state assessment. And we've done a lot of practice. We've had Saturday practices for kids to take an SAT and prepare for them.
Those have been helpful.
Yes, thanks.
Yes.
And I think our kids are performing very well compared to the students around the state. So I think Nashua South has a pretty reputable score in that area.
If I could ask the principal any question, it would be, are we going to have a season next year for unified sports?
So I believe she's speaking about unified soccer. Unfortunately, we did not have enough participants this year to have a team to compete this season. And it was heartbreaking. Ms. Gingras worked really hard to get students out. We did have some students out, but just not enough to be sustainable for the full season. It just wouldn't be fair to those students that were there, always being an underdog walking into those games with not having enough students on the roster. So it's our goal to always bring that program back.
Of course. And our last question.
If I could ask Mr. Richard a question right now, it would be, when is he gonna install the new Nashua High School South swimming pool?
Not sure we have plans for a Nashua High School South swimming pool. I'm not sure where it would go. Definitely wouldn't put it like out in the parking lot or anything like that. We are short parking here, and we have quite a few fields, so I'm not sure about us having a pool here, though. I've always heard rumors that our freshmen here, there's a pool on the 3rd floor, and I would like to dispel that now. There is no pool here at Nashua High School South.
Hot tub might work one day.
Oh, there we go.
All right. And now we just wanted to know how well your students really think that they know you.
Oh,
so
excellent.
we have some student questions coming up for you.
I think the principal's favorite food is chicken wings.
I think the principal's favorite food is lasagna.
I think his favorite food is probably pizza.
I think the principal's favorite food is pizza.
I think the principal's favorite food is salad.
I think his favorite thing to eat is potato salad.
If I could guess Mr. Rich's favorite food, I would say the school store cookies because he has easy and unlimited access.
I think his favorite music is classical rock.
I think he'd be listening to like
John Fogerty.
G Herbo, NBA Youngboy.
I think that the principal's favorite music is trap music.
I think that his favorite type of music is like country.
I think his favorite type of music is probably like 80s rock, I'm guessing.
I think his favorite genre of music is country.
If I could guess Mr. Rich's favorite type of music, it would be hardcore hip hop.
So did any of the students guess anything?
Yeah,
right
I think
there?
they know me a little bit. It's pretty good. I would certainly say pizza is one of my favorite foods. We have a tradition in our house where we order, pretty much get pizza every Friday night. My kids pretty much rely on that. My son is a very picky eater, and he asks for pizza, and it's usually from one spot, too. It has to be from Kinsley's House of Pizza.
there we
yeah,
go.
So
Nice.
if it's not from there, he kind of gets a little frown on his face. In music, I like all kinds of music. Probably my favorite growing up, I was kind of like a 90s guy, maybe some grunge, Pearl Jam, things like that. But to be honest with you now, I just really listen to talk radio, politics, and sports. I can't believe how old I've gotten. But yes, I'm turning into my dad.
Oh. All right. Well, if you could have any superpower, what would you choose and why?
Ooh, superpower.
Yeah.
I think I'd love to have the ability to fly. I think that'd be great to just, cruise, get out of here for a little while, hit the
Avoid all the
clouds, go wherever
traffic.
you want. Exactly, I think flying would be pretty cool.
Nice. And now, a very, very important topic. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes or no?
Absolutely not. No. This is a argument we have at our house almost every Friday night when we're ready to order. My wife loves it. I think it belongs nowhere near a pizza. I don't think fruit really belongs anywhere near a pizza. And pineapple, I don't know. So
That's
nope.
where we disagree.
Oh, I'm sorry, Emily. We'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
And finally, one more question. What did you want to be when you were little? Now you're a high school principal, but way back when, what were you thinking?
Oh, growing up, I would have loved to have been a star in the NFL, but those dreams quickly came crashing down. But I always saw myself playing for the New England Patriots for a long career. But I'm here with you guys, and I wouldn't change anything for the world.
Thank you. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I would like to once again thank our very, very special principal, Mr. Keith Richard, for joining us today.
Thank you, Emily, for having me.
All right, and thank you for joining us again today on It's All Principal. I'm Emmy McDonald, signing off.